Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena. I am your host, and this is a watch along of Golden Arrows versus Mamelodi Sundowns. A very interesting game that we are going to be watching today with Mamelodi Sundowns trying to keep that unbeaten record of theirs. Still unbeaten in the league. In Mamelodi Sundowns, they have played 24 games, 19 wins, 5 losses, 47 goals scored, and 9 goals conceded for a grand total of 62 points. In terms of Golden Arrows, they're number 11, 26 games played, 9 games won, 5 games drawn, and 12 games lost. 28 goals for, 41 goals against, for a grand total of 32 points. So obviously, these are two teams that are in two very different places in terms of the league. But I think what's the most interesting thing about this game? Actually, before I get there, let me go into the starting lineups. Golden Arrows has Watenga in goal, Shitolo, Tele, Cross, Theron, Dube, Dlamini. Oh, here comes Sundowns. Oh, Dube, Dlamini, Sibia, Mutizwa, Nguse, and Zwane. That is how Golden Arrows is lining up. In terms of Mamelodi Sundowns, they have Williams in goal, Mudaulibusa Kekana Kutzea, they have Mudiba Allen Zwane, Esquivel Ribeiro, and Loch. That is how Mamelodi Sundowns is lining up in their last 5 games. Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, 5 wins. Oh, here comes... Offside, but still. Aye, guys. Williams is off his line that far, and you can't... You know what? It's fine. Where was I? Mamelodi Sundowns has 4 wins in their last 5 games, including a win versus Stellenbosch in the Nedbank Cup this past weekend. That makes them finalists for the Nedbank Cup. Golden Arrows, on the other hand, 3 draws and 2 losses in their last few games. Their last game out was, funny enough, against Stellenbosch, where they lost away 3-0. So this game is going to be very interesting to see how Golden Arrows shapes up to this game. The other part, I benefited and I have no shame. Linesman already, suga, 2 minutes in. Huh? Is there something to this theory that you guys keep talking to me about? That wasn't an offside.
I benefited and I have no shame.
That wasn't an offside, but also the player couldn't finish, so gavin. Nothing could be done there, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see what the refs are doing. Hopoto says Arrows bow to Sundowns. I don't like their play. Sky says if Arrows could break Sundowns unbeaten run just for the rest of this team, just for the rest of the teams in the DSTV. Well, look, what I wanted to say was that the last time these two teams met each other, the last time we saw them in the league, it was a completely different picture. Golden Arrows was number 2 in the log. Golden Arrows was doing very well. They had an incredible start to their season. Coach Vilakazi was sitting with Mabuti Kanyeza there on the coaching side, and they'd been doing very well up to that point. Now, the slide, I think Arrows went through 7 games. They lost 7 games in a row, 7 to 8 games in a row under Kanyeza after Coach Vusmuzi had left. He transitioned to Chipa, then he transitioned to Richards Bay. They had lost all those games under Kenyeza, but now they went and fetched Steve Kompela, who himself was in a completely different place. Steve Kompela had just left Sundowns. Goal. Lodge couldn't finish there. Steve Kompela had just left Mamelodi Sundowns. He had started coaching Imoroka Swallows. They went through their issues in the league with the money. He left, went into the wilderness a little bit, and then ended up at Golden Arrows. So that just tells you how much change can happen within a couple of months when we're talking about EPSL. 2 coaches that are in completely different places, 2 different jobs. Another one was even off for a little bit. Anyway, Arrows had the first chance of the game, the first big chance of the game that was not offside. It was not even close to being offside. but it was judged that way, even though the Arrows player at the end of the day couldn't finish, couldn't get past Williams. Now we just saw Lodge get played in, and he also had a chance there that he couldn't finish. So it looks like it's going to be a lively game. It seems that Arrows is playing open. They're committing 5 players into attack when they're going for it, which is going to be interesting because that Mamelodi Sundowns team, this is the team I've wanted to see. Zwane Esquivel Ribeiro Lodge, this is the team I've wanted to see. The movement that should come from this team, the movement, the freedom for Allende to be able to play into this team with Kutsia sitting there playing the role that we know him for. This is the Sundowns team I want to see. I want to see how quickly they can move around. I want to see how the movement is going to affect Golden Arrows. I want to see Themba Zwane getting to play with Lodge and Esquivel, other players, Abamnandi, that he can play passes with. I want to see all of these things today. So hopefully this is going to be a good game. Let's see if Arrows can also catch Sundowns off guard. Look. Minis Sundowns in Shire 5-1. Sundowns in Shire 5-1. We didn't look like we knew what we were doing. We didn't look like we understood what movement was happening. Ribeiro was having such a nice time there. What happens today? Let's see. Here comes Arrows on the counter. Why are you standing on the... Oh, whoa. Okay, let's see. MK, welcome. No offside. This guy's concerning, but how is that offside? Says Tigatali. Beast Boy says brown envelope. I can neither confirm nor deny that. The thoughts expressed within the comments and on the panel on the Overthinking Football Show are not those of Overthinking Football. Hey, I have to make sure. Austin Tabi. PK says peace. Okay, Borevai. Tlanipo says this will not be a good game. The ref will favor Sundowns. Says Tlanipo. Dumelang Batubabansu. Thank you, Lebza. Welcome. Zanele Molweni, welcome, guys. Welcome. We are 7 minutes in. It is still 0-0. Both teams are still getting to grips with the game. Arrows had a guilt-edged chance that was called offside. So the refs, the linesmen have already started. Suganje. Not even 10 minutes in and we're already complaining about the refs there in the comments. But let's see how the rest of the game pans out. Like I said, I am very excited to see the starting lineup at Sundowns. If they can just stop going wide. Why are you guys going wide? Rulani. All. Why are you guys going wide? So many technicians, but they're playing wide. PK, so many technicians, so many people who are technically so gifted, and you guys are playing a wide, spaced out game. Are you guys trying maybe to pull Arrow's defense out of position? Do you need to do that? I don't know. The benches for the two teams are as follows. Golden Arrows as Kayote, Suke, Spego Lukele, Moon, Nube Satwayo, Libamba, and Muengani on the bench. And then on the other side, Mamelodi Sundowns has Dennis Onyango on the bench. They have Mvala Oba, Simbule, Mayema Mendieta, Nkumurena, and Shalulile. That is the bench for Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's see if we can read what Rulani is saying. Let's see. PK says we're trying different approaches for next season. That is true. Mamelodi Sundowns is 5 games away, 6 games with this one, away from being unbeaten in the league. First time it's ever happened. They're currently 19 wins, 5 losses, and 19 wins, 5 draws, and no losses to their record right now. They're looking to go invincible. That would be an incredible record. They currently hold the record for the best start for a season. I believe from the 24 points that they've won, no team has had a better start to a season. No team has gotten unbeaten for as long as that. They've also have the record for the most games unbeaten because Coach Rulani has not lost a game in the league ever since he started as the sole head coach. Ever since. That was now what, October 2022. He has not lost a league game, which is incredible. Umwana Pansi, it's incredible to see that type of achievement from a young South African coach. I think if you listen to the conversations we're having as a nation when we're speaking about coaching in the country, especially coaching big teams, if you listen to some Chiefs fans, they'll come out and they'll say there's no local coach that can take on Chiefs. You know, we look at Pirates with Ribeiro having gone through Zimbabwe. So it's interesting to have a team that since Pitso came in was a locally sourced and locally built team. Pitso, Mangoba and Rulani. We had Steve Compella there in that coaching stuff. So you have to give them props. You have to give them props about that. Oh, there we go. There's the low block. Nah, low block. The bus has come out. Let's ever park the bus. This is what Arrows is resorting to. They played very open at the beginning of the game, but now they're realizing good. Unzima. Let's not try to do too much. Khuliso Murau, of course, scored in that game versus Stellenbosch. Scored the first goal. So he's trying to find his way back to that form that he had at the beginning of the season when Nusela was on top of the world, man. When Nusela was on top of the world, when Nusela was hurting people down there on the right-hand side. Mudiba also trying to find his form there in the team. Mudiba, another player who was having an incredible start to the season, doing that left back come midfielder thing, really showing off, you know. So let's see. Lebza says, I think there won't be any sense of urgency from Downs today. Well, it depends, you know. Alson Tabi's here. Alson Tabi always says that when the bigger teams meet the smaller teams, it's always nice to see the smaller teams score first, because that usually wakes the bigger teams up and then you start seeing a game. If Sundowns scores first here, I think they're just going to ride it up until the end. Interesting stat that I saw today on that, where we've been speaking about Mamelodi Sundowns scoring a goal and then, you know, just coasting and managing the game. Interesting stat. In the CAF Champions League, Ahly and ES Tunis are obviously in the final. Ahly in their 10 games have only scored 10 goals. And then ES Tunis has only scored 8 to get them to a final, right? To get them to a Champions League final, the biggest game in Africa. They got there with only 8 goals, which then shows you something that, oh, here comes Golden Arrows, which then shows you something we speak about. You had all the time in the world. Which just shows you something that we speak about when it comes to the African game, where you can win games 1-0, as Sundowns had been doing at some points during the season. And maybe that's the next step. That's the next evolution point, you know? Pero don't get too spicy. Golden Arrows getting a ball through, actually getting all the way through. Mutizwa decided that no, he was going to hold the ball instead of just attacking that post. If we're paying attention here, this is the second time that Arrows has had that type of movement. The first time was an inside run. This time it's an outside run, but they're taking advantage of Mudawu leaving his post there, and Kekana's looking a little bit. He's been found wanting twice. Agent says, I just arrived? No, you got your guard of honor. You got your guard of honor, Masanda. You got your guard of honor. You know, unlike at FNB, you didn't get chips to go with it, but you got your guard of honor. 14 minutes in, it is still nil-nil. Yeah, it's been a boring game. I mean, you're seeing a team that has already won the league and doesn't need to do a lot doesn't need to press and push and show a sense of urgency. In the words of Ulebza there, and you're also seeing a Golden Arrows team that is maybe afraid to do anything wrong. You know, when you're sitting number 11, it's a very, very, very treacherous place. Bucks game is fire. Okay, we've got Bucks playing on the other side too. 15 minutes in. I know I missed it. 15 minutes in. They're there with Cheaper. I'll just keep it as we go along. I think I'll be able to watch it. Let me just see. Let me just see something. Ah. Okay, let's see. Oh, Ribeiro with a chance. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm on both. Let's see. Apologies to Mapagania, guys. Apologies. But we'll be following both matches. We'll follow both and we'll speak about it. So let's see how the two teams pan out then. But it's fire there. Get a cheaper one's revenge. Eh? Then a cheaper look weekend. By Ipagapaga. So maybe they want revenge. What is with Golden Arrows players and holding the ball so long? What do you think you're going to gain from holding the ball that much? Oh, cheaper. Wrong decision. Heaven. Here comes Arrows. Shot there, saved by Ronan Williams. On the other end, Nali Paga. Ay, Libizzo. Oh, ukora long range, ashisayo. When you're playing versus us, eh? Where is the derby? That's when you hit them into top corners. And let's see, here comes Mamelodi Sundowns on the attack. 2 goal attempts per team on this side. Libizzo. What was Libizzo doing there? Is it Libizzo or Munyane? Sorry, is it Munyane? How are you doing, Tembinkosi? Welcome. Where is the cheaper game playing? It is playing on 208. Channel 208. That's where it's playing. I'm streaming the Pirates game on this side. Sorry about that, Kimunyan. I'm still traumatized, Velil. I'm still traumatized. Is Hammersdale the new home for Arrows? It might be. This Mpumalanga Stadium, they do love it. They do love it a lot. Okay, let's see. Both games are 17 minutes in. Bucks fans, what have I missed? Tell me what have I missed in this game? Have there been chances? Have there been saves? Have there been reffing errors? That's not the ball. That's not the ball to play. Well, it seems like there's a little bit more urgency on the Pirates side. I mean, they're chasing Stellenbosch, Akir. So they're obviously going to be fighting a lot more on that side. They need to. Stellenbosch is also playing tonight, 0-0 as it currently stands. 3 points ahead of Paga, as it stands right now. I am in two minds about who I want to be the second Champions League spot. Part of me really wants to see Stellenbosch there, right? But also, you can't lose the Pirates again. This year they could have been there, but they didn't. They didn't do the things. They didn't make the pot. So I'm in two minds, man. I'm in two minds. It's two very good teams. Maybe you'd love to see a Stellenbosch get into the Champions League, and then maybe, from there, Urupet might open the checkbook. Might open the checkbook proper. How do you park the bus and still misplay? Yo, Arwan. This is the problem with South African teams. When you park the bus, parking the bus doesn't mean just having 700 people in the back line. Parking the bus is a structured way to play. You're closing down spaces and people. How can you be sitting with 3 people inside the box or 4 people inside the box, but yet Themba Zwane, of all people, gets a free header back post? Like, I don't understand. That's why our parking the bus is shorter, man. South African parking the bus is shorter ka something. Oh, I mean, it's shorter ka something, man. They're not disciplined and structured enough to keep up that pass, but also they don't have a way to transition out and attack the other team. So I pass la kona la shorter, man. Oh, Munyane had wasted chances. Okay. Munyane Warabula says Andres. Mabida always sitting empty, and we have 4 teams in the PSL. But ADL, remember, that's the conversation. We even once had it here. That was a conversation about stadiums. What is the point of these big, huge stadiums that we built for the World Cup when they're not going to be filled in any case, right? I feel like PSL teams should be looking at these type of stadiums like the Sundowns game, where it's just 15,000, 10,000 people are sitting on the grass there. Rather, see wasting money. So how empty Moses Mabhida was Moses Mabhida for the final of the calling knockout. So how empty it was. At least this time, Bombela is going to be full. Sundowns Pirates, but the reality of SA is that no, those stadiums, man, they're too big. The champ's going to win this in the first half, says Utumi. Stellenbosch must start with Confed Cup first. Tumi says we won't draw this game. Okay. Mr. Oti Paris is playing on 208. No need to watch Sundowns. Man, I'm watching both, Hauser. I'm watching both. I'll just have to verbally keep you updated. Oh, no, Steve Compel. If there's coaches, he's part of those coaches in the league where they always have a job. Steve Compella will never not have a job in the league. Never not have a job in the league. The moment he becomes free, he's taken immediately. And to show you that our teams don't plan, and it's not to say Compella's a bad coach, to show you that teams don't plan, you could have Compella one day, the next day you're going to bring in Morgan Mamila, the next day you're going to bring in Coach Vilakazi, the next day you're going to see Brendan Truter. Hey, Agna plan. There's no plan, they just hire, hey? Hauser says we used to fill 3 sides of a stadium and leave one side empty. That's how much we love soccer. Now I remember it was lit. Hey Hauser, when you came to a derby and had to sit on the other side of the stadium, you came as friends, one supporting Pirates, one supporting Chiefs, and then you had to split up. So how does Rulani want Losh to play? Sometimes he's a 9, next he's a winger again. Ariel, this is what I don't understand about what Rulani is doing. I was excited about this starting lineup, right? I'm excited about the starting lineup because it's a lot of players that are very good technically, that pass and move very well. I mean, Lodge, Zwane, Ribeiro, Esquivel, They have really great movement, right? But I think their movement is predicated on them being close together. So you have to be close and you have to find the little pockets of space and play the ball and move around. It makes no sense for me, personally, for Lodge to be sitting on the other side. Oh, Ribeiro about to shame. Oh, Ribeiro about to shame. It looks like an injury. He just came back. Didn't he just come back from injury now? Oh, stage 4 rehab. Hey. So yeah, you have those players. Why not bring them closer together? Or at least have them partner up. So Ribeiro and Esquivel can partner up when we're taking up the right, when Sundowns are taking up the right. Lodge and Tshwane, who I was more excited for anyone. I don't think I've been more excited for anything else in terms of attacking duos. Be on the left-hand side. Tshwane is crying out for a partner. Oh, Tshwane is crying out for a partner. Tshwane is crying out for somebody who can just play the ball with him. Just play the ball with him. And nobody's seeing it. Bruce is not seeing it. Rulani is not seeing it. We've seen him not perform and things like that, but we'll see. I mean, again, remember, these are champagne problems. This is still an unbeaten team, so they're champagne problems. Shalilile is coming on, okay. Let's see how Shalilile works with Ribeiro not on the pitch, actually. Shalilile, Tshwane and Shalilile, Esquivel and Lodge. Let's see how they play. Kataza says, guys, don't overthink it. Marakataza. The name of the show is Overthinking Football, man. Let us overthink, please. It's fine. Shame, man, Ribeiro. He just came back from injury now. 26 minutes in, it is 0-0 in the Pirates Chippa game and still 0-0 in the Arrow Sundowns game. Do you remember the Ethiopian player debut? Nah, another one who got injured and then life, man. Oh, life sometimes is unfair. You're gonna see Shasha working with Tshwane. I want to see it. I think Ribeiro's the one that is the incompatible one. So Ribeiro, hey, pasa. I don't know. Esquivel looks for passes, so he'll probably try feed Shasha a lot more. We also know that Ribeiro and Lodge are Tshwane. I don't know why, for some reason. So let's see how it works out. Ribeiro going off injured, guys. I believe that today is the day where Sundowns lose. Hey, yeah. Big words there. Big words from the Black Heart. I'm going to call you Black Heart. Oh, just wide. Just wide from Mumudiba. Velile says cheaper players are so tall. Yet they don't want to activate the helicopter. Good shot from Mudiba. Tried to nestle it there into the corner. Just wide. I'm streaming, remember, guys. Sky Mob is saying Tito. What did Tito do? Let's see. Corner. Oh, okay. I thought Tito had scored. My guy, house player Pirates. Well, from what I've seen, I missed the first part. From what I've seen, it's a pretty open game. Chippa is coming at them. I think Chippa got over their nerves from the weekend. Pirates, apparently Monyane has been very wasteful on the side. Why is Tito so far wide? But from what I've seen, Pirates doesn't look that dangerous, to be honest with you. Bro, where do you stream these PSL games? DSTV stream. DSTV stream is where you can find it. I am not allowed to say anything else. It's DSTV stream. Look, DSTV stream. Okay? Before TikTok flags me. Oh, what a ball. Keeper. Maradeli play like can't trap. Can't trap. Hey, Sipopela, they banned me. Me, I've been banned all over the place. Here comes Pirates. Bad decision, Makaula. Bad decision. Guys, is it me or like are these players, are these teams playing so far apart? Like, I'm looking at Pirates as well. I saw Utito alone on the wing. I don't get it, man. Don't they realize that the strength is in coming closer together? A distribution by the Golden Arrows keeper. Yeah. The Arrows Sundowns game is actually pretty boring if we're being 100% honest. Look at how far. Like, they're doing that frustrating thing that Sundowns had started doing. Like in the right before the final, right before the semi-final, when they were playing games in the league, they're doing this thing where they wait up until they get frustrated by the low block. Then they try to do these weird chipped balls and over the top balls. The amount that ball has to be so perfect in order to do what they're trying to make it do there. It has to be so inch perfect that you get it in between the goalkeeper and the defense at the right time. But if you're going to wait to play the ball, that space becomes smaller. Then it's either the defense gets there first and then, or the goalkeeper gets there first. I don't understand it, especially also when your players are so technically gifted. PK says, honestly, it's boring. He could have brought in our C team. PK, can we have a conversation? Is this your A team? And I'm talking in the league. Is this your A team? Because it really does look like the team Ever Matthews in the league is very... it's much more exciting, if I can put it that way. They play the Sundowns way. Lava, you can tell already they're frustrated because they're not getting to play what they want to do. Cut back, goal. Martinez. Eh?
Bafana, man. Oh, what?
Martinez, cut back, alone. You just have to hit the target. And he blows it, he sends it over the crossbar. Aye, Martinez, don't do that, Martinez. Look at how relaxed Rulani is, eh? When Rulani is relaxed, he makes the right choices. When he's playing Champions League semis, gyala. There's a player right there. Cheaper. There's a player right there for the throw-in. Cheaper. Okay. They're going to go for the long throw. There's a player right there, Cheaper. Alright, guys. No way. No way. No way.
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm trying to figure out the formation. I'm lost.
Uncle PK, that's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. I'm scared of that other team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am scared of that other team. Your first team is semi-scary, but that other one is hungry. Ooh, that other one is hungry. Tabitan, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? That's the team. That's the one I'd be afraid of. Abdul Karim Al Habib, how are you doing? How are you doing over there on YouTube? "34 minutes in, 0-0 Aro Sundowns, 0-0 Chipa." Wow, oh. Oh, Shalulile, you had a chance. Guys, what's happening, guys? What's happening? Yeah? Sundowns is having a lot of problems. Scoring. It was offside though. But scoring, they're having a tough time scoring. Let's not really PSG. Let's have anything by let's say 100 and lose the game. Goal, Pirates. Goal, Pirates. Mabasa has scored. Mabasa has scored again. Mabasa has scored again. Pirates is 1-0 up versus Chipa. Nadliwa futhi Chipa. Yeah, you see. Pirates wins when people come with the Kabishili letters. That's when Pirates win. I haven't seen a Kabish at a game for a long time. Maybe that's why our teams are struggling, man. Let's see. Oh, was that Tito who played that key pass? Malume Kutso, key pass ya Malume Kutso. Key pass from Tito. Deepak Jam says, "Thank you, my guy. Pirates is a big team. We just won 5-1, but we can't score." You see, you're baiting me. You guys are baiting me into saying something else here. You're baiting me. That Chiefs team you guys played. But no, let me not say anything. Up the park says, "Andres Mabasa is on form. Greetings, trainer." Tabi Chen says, "I'm supporting Arrows today. I'm here in the stadium." Oh, la. We've got a live correspondent. Wrong decision. Oh, Chipa makes the worst decisions in attack. Don't go outside. You have a player making an inside run. You could just go to the inside run. Choose this to go out. Oh, guys. Who am I playing with PSL? Kwabia. Kwaiba. Hey, futhi kusesigodini lapha. One mistake, you could catch 4-5 goals there. "38 minutes in, Pirates is leading Chipa. As it stands, I believe Pirates." Oh. Offside. Is Sundowns a helicopter? I am not used to it. Hey, Tampo. Ozio4 says Munyani made up for his mishap. Yeah, that far post play. Paul says my remote is not working. Unlucky, Joe. What are you watching as your remote is not working? Are you doing this, standing up and doing this? I'm following both. Paul says, I don't think bafihlile remote bakhathetse ke wena. When you're busy coming here with this football of yours. Penene kai? Ozzy? There we go. I'm probably going to see it now. Oh, mabasa. Oh, mabasa.
Penalty down, get penalty. Penalty down, get penalty.
Ah, Kameza. Leave us. Leave us. We also got a penalty like that in our game. Tove. Not gonna lie, their keeper the other side. Hey. But you know how it goes. I'm gonna change channels and say I'm gonna watch this one with the faster thing. And then they'll go and score on the other one. Oh, Mabasa, 2 goals. Mabasa, 2 goals. He shoots into number 2 on the voting for player of the season. Hey, Sundowns and Arrows, can they give us something, man? For a team that claims to play pound for pound, the cheaper has hardly troubled Bucks. To be honest with you, cheaper's decision making has been poor. Oh, cheaper's decision making, it's been so bad. Pirates are something else, guys. Says B-Pass Jams. Yeah, Pirates is something else. I'm just I wanted to see where he ranks now. Umabasa. I believe he's got how many goals? PSL referees are not good. Serious, they're careless, says Utumi. Semikosi says even at 1-0, cheaper were parking the bus. Hey, we're watching 2 buses. At least Pirates is breaking down the other bus. Ay, mana, Esquivel. Martinez. Guys, what's happening with Martinez, guys? He had a great chance there. And let me say, Arrow's defense is not handling these high balls. So I've been speaking about high balls, and they're making runs that are actually breaking this this Golden Arrows defense. But yeah, this is the same Golden Arrows defense that lost 7-1 to Pirates. The same Golden Arrows defense that even when they saw that things were going wrong, they just decided to carry on playing exactly how they were playing. So I guess if Sundowns can get one here, they could probably get a few. Oh. See, this is what I mean. Chippa United gets chances. Chippa United gets chances. I'm counting 3, well, 2. And this game reminds me of the game they played on the 6th of April, Chippa versus Chiefs. Lekonyane says Pirates has the knife on the throat of each opponent coming their way. So ruthless. Yellow card. Rev. This was the foul that Ronan Williams committed there. It's the same foul that he committed versus Saleh in the Pirates game. Can I argue, guys? Can we speak about Dogzo? Can I argue that because Williams is the last man and is off his line, there could technically be a shot taken from there, and it was the same thing with Saleh. It was the same thing with Saleh, which is why I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, can we say that this is Dogso, guys? When your goalkeeper's the last man, he runs out and he meets you even if it's on the wing and very high. Because one could argue that if the player beats, if the player beats the goalkeeper, you're looking at the goals that are empty, the other defenders are not there to be seen. So should this not be a red card for Ronan Williams? Just logically. How does that not count as a clear goal scoring opportunity? ADL says that should be a red card. Ozzy says, I'm surprised Downs hasn't scored yet. George organized a live watch along for the Nedbank Cup final. Let's see. PK says, and it was so unnecessary for Williams. That should have been a red card in my book. He did something similar. He did something similar versus Saleh. Okay, so it is halftime for both games. Guys, I'm going to open it up. Let me do this. Today, we'll just all do a minute. So everybody will get a minute to come in because we have these 2 matches playing. So I want to get the thoughts of not just the people who are watching the Sundowns game with me, but also the ones who are watching the Pirates game full out. So let me open it up. Remember, you have to be following me in order to jump in. You have to be following me in order to jump in. Libo Labs are switching and watching the other game. Yeah. The Pirates demand. Guys, you can request bottom of your screen. There's a button that says Baltic Guest. Click on that button. I let you in, and you can tell me what you think about which game you are watching tonight. Which game you are watching? How are you doing?
I'm sharp. I'm frustrated in yourself.
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. My frustrating was yesterday, so today I'm clean. Tell me, what do you think of the game so far, Kumo?
We need strikers. Yo, we are wasteful, but I was thinking Rulani can't do anything more. What coach, we get the balls to our strikers or attackers, but they're so wasteful. And this game should have at least had 3 or 4 goals in Yanda. I'm bored or Ribero's injury might be costly. We need him, especially on and off. Nyama, Sasha Lulile. And that thing wasn't a red card, guys. It wasn't a clear and an obvious foul. Ne? If you're gonna use your guys' logic, ne? Which means like keepers aren't allowed to do. Hey, can you hear me? Or can I feel like
It's
Kayeko on
cutting.
the panel?
It's cutting. I don't know why it's cutting for you. Let me do this, Kumo. Let me do this. Let me see how Agent sounds. Then I can make sure if it is a TikTok issue. Agent, can you just give me a couple of words there so I can hear if you're clear?
I think you're cutting a bit also.
Am I
I think
also
it's a
cutting?
TikTok thing.
Yeah, I think it's a TikTok
Yeah.
thing now when I open this thing, but it's fine. Let's push. I'm gonna go back to Kumo and just let him finish his point, then I'll come to you. Kumo.
Yeah, man. I don't think that was a red card. If you're gonna use that logic, more panel and more the comment section, which means already keepers underlined to have yellows, background straight red. Understandably, I wonder if there was supposed to be a red card. There shouldn't be any other player. Agan Twain, Agastobambolo Ale. There was two that could have potentially stopped the ball, ne? And on the other thing happened. Just because you couldn't a long shot, that doesn't mean you're gonna get the accuracy to get that part. So yellow is deserved, ne? And I'm not trying to be a Sundowns fan. I'm just applying logic, as you guys said.
But
Come
then,
call.
Kumo, when you look at Dogso doesn't mean that you have a clear, or that it's going to be a clear goal. Like Dogso, usually with the defenders, there's still a goalkeeper you have to beat. They don't take into account those things. So if there's no goalkeeper and there's a defender only, why would it be different?
It's different because of defender and
Yeah.
all like a goalkeeper. Remember the setting rules for certain players. Why one hence why I saying if you're gonna apply dogs in this situation, then it means or goalkeepers won't will only be allowed to get red cards. What about the yellow cards?
In certain
Castellism.
instances. In certain instances. So that's a
No, we're talking
specific
about this one in
instance.
particular.
Yeah,
We're talking
he's
about
out
this
of
one in
his,
particular.
he's off his line, he's out of his box. He goes and tackles the player outside of his box. There's no goalkeeper. There's two defenders fine that are in line with him. Shouldn't it count as Doxo? Because now there's no goalkeeper. I'm looking at Kipad. And then if the defender
Exactly.
last man, I tshwane when the goalkeeper last man and the defender tackles the keeper.
There's no I
tackles
think the
player.
rules area. The rules area, if a defender impedes you and you are facing a goalkeeper, the straight red. In this instance, a goalkeeper came and attacked you or tried to defend against you. There's no goalkeeper there, so the rules don't work. I
But
want
they
to such
impeded a goal.
really those are
Impeded a goal.
technicalities.
Yeah, Kumo. Denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity doesn't
It wasn't
say
clear.
which
There's no
player, that
guarantee he was
player.
gonna score.
Okay. Let me bring in the others. Let me bring in everybody.
Yes.
We'll discuss it properly. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
No, I'm good. How are you?
Now I'm fine today. Hey, I'm fine. I got over myself. Tell me, what did you think of your first half?
Looks like I'm watching a Tyler Perry movie here, you know. The end, what's gonna happen. A rich guy is gonna go to a village and meet an old girl and they get married and they are it's just that, it's nothing interesting to talk about, similar plot. I think the possible red card helped to spice things up. For me, it smells like a red card, looks like a red card, tastes like a red card.
Yeah.
It might be possibly a red card, you know, because unlike the Saleng one, remember the Saleng one, the ball was going out of position. This one was going straight ahead, you know, and he's way ahead of Umodau, and the keeper is not there. Obviously, he's gonna shoot from there. So for me, that's the denial of clear goal scoring opportunity on my side. But if this will make Soweto fans cry, I'll take it every time, every day, you know. So yeah, I think that's my thoughts, you know.
Okay. Let me bring you to Tumi. Tumi, welcome. Which game are you watching?
You know I'm a down.
What do you think of your game, Tumi?
Igame yethu mangibhekile so far. Right. Just that we are the champs. We're just playing so that it's either we draw or win. That's all that we need. Unlike the others, they are fighting for position number 2 and number 3. So yeah, we've been missing so much chances, like seriously.
How do you feel about how your team is set up? Seeing Boloch going wide, Borok going wide. I saw Esquivel going wide. How do you feel about that?
Otis, you know what, Otis, sometimes I don't think this, I don't know the tactics of Rulani. Because it's like ushintsha abadlali ngendlela akafuna ngayo, and the way yenza ngakhona uzobabulala vele. They're gonna fail. They're gonna fail. If mongabheka nje uzwane, like serious, he's not playing because akanamuntu adlala naye. Akanamuntu adlala naye. We end up saying, okay coach, you have to put this one and this one. Mara masenjalo, it seems that ngathi okay thina ma supporters siya controller, but as controlled. But mongabheka manje la lana ngathi siyinkukhu elincunywe inhloko la. Zinkukhu elincunywe inhloko. Oh, regarding the foul yaka Williams, ne?
Yeah.
Only God knows.
Yeah, that sounds like
That's why
something.
I did write in your comment, see, our referees, they are so poor. It's poor. Because our decision about it's getting worse and worse every single game. We are born and now good hour. Instead of ba lokwazane ba change hour. It's become worse, man. And I'm worried me injury ga repair. Yeah, I'm worried because hey, that guy is a good passer as well.
Okay.
He's a good passer. But yeah, we're gonna win this game. We are not going to throw this one.
Okay. Let me bring you
win this one second half.
Let me bring you to Kataza. Kataza, welcome to the show. How are you? And just unmute there, Kataza.
Good. How's it, man?
Not right, man. I'm a fan of football tonight. No stress on my side. Tell me, which game are you watching?
We watch champions, man. How can you ask that question like that?
What do you think of the Champions game?
Yeah, Pitso, I think, as I said before, don't overthink. I know that's the name of the show. Just don't overthink it this time around, Sometimes I might be a little bit too critical. Uloch is not playing wide. Uloch is playing inverted there. He's supposed to be cutting in. Esquivel is left-footed, if I stand to be corrected, but ambidextrous, he uses his left foot. He's supposed to be cutting in Lapaya. Now, Utu Ribeiro then pulling the strings with Uzwane Lapaya. You understand? They're pushing Island there. So we've had chances, guys. You were just bemoaning the other chance Esquivel had.
Yeah.
I think 2 that he had. We had Uribeiro. So guys, it's not really a matter of we are a victim of our own success. So this is just a typical game. We have a team that's not even playing a low block. That's just Mount Kilimanjaro from the get-go. And then obviously relying solely on the pace of Umutintwa on the break, because all the chances that they've had, including the so-called points of contention, which I do believe I must second my Sandawana there, is that one, the keeper is regarded as a player. He can handle the ball within the box. If it's outside of the box, you can use him. You can even use him as a striker. It's just like any other player. So for someone to say, and he was so far out of the box, that shows lack of understanding of the positioning altogether. The keeper can even go. I remember Ellison or Liverpool, he went there and he scored a winner with his head. So now you're gonna say, Ego Tigangara. Keeper is
No,
the
no,
normal
no.
player. It's just that in a special dispensation within the box, there were two
Yeah.
other players that could have covered that ball, as my friend said. It was not a clear goal scoring opportunity, and that
So
foul was
then-
not a red.
So then my question comes like this, right? In a normal doxo where it's a defender, right? There is the keeper in goal. So it's not about whether somebody can cover or not, because there's a keeper there. I would still have to beat the keeper, right?
Yeah,
when
but-
Msimango got the red card, why did he get the red card? Because he denied Ribeiro the chance to finish. Now, the logic that I'm trying to use here is to say, okay, ukeeper upumile, agnat keeper, right? So when ukeeper is tackling somebody out there, agnamunte palin, does it not count as the same thing even if you replace the player and say there was a defender that could have covered? You get what I mean?
Now, as we are saying, whether the keeper is there or the keeper is not, actually, to answer your question, when you speak about the goalkeeper, they still give you the red card, even though the goalkeeper is in the goals, right?
Yes,
So then
yes.
it doesn't matter. Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether the keeper is out. They're judging the goal, the actual frame
Yeah.
of the goal. Not Uti, is there a guardian inside or there's no guardian? As you
That's
said,
what I'm
with the
saying.
Msimango case, with the Msimango case, there was still a keeper there, a red card nonetheless. So you are saying with the same situation with Williams, it must be a red card. So it means it doesn't matter where the keeper is; they're just charging the ball. So I believe there are two
I don't-
other players. But if, just to be fair, if the referee had decided to put out a red card for that one, I wasn't gonna cry, River. You understand? It's subject to interpretation. I did see the two Sundowns players. So if the ref, because I was also scared, I was like, hey, Williams, what are you doing? So if he gets the red, I won't cry as well.
Yeah. Okay. For time's sake, let me go to Veli. My TikTok is doing funny things to me. Veli, welcome.
Hey, kunjani baf?
Mina ngi-right today. Ngi-right.
Right.
Hawu.
Ngiyakubona kufanele ube right. Ngendlela kunzima ngakhona ke sensaba nokuwina into enhlale ku-2 ngoba niyazi udlala Sundowns. Hey, kunzima emakhosini. Hayi kunzima ku-Chiefs.
Iyakhatha. Yeah. Sekeleni.
Sensaba nokuwina.
Ithini game yakho? Izolo.
Oh, mntaka baba, that game, even though Pirates is leading 2-0, but that game is boring, man. It's just boring because abanye abantu abazange uzodlala ibhola. They still angazi manje cheaper ukuthi this attitude ibuyaphi yayo lately manje ngoba since started idlale phakathi comparing even nale. They not playing their normal game that we see them when they play with against other teams. They just came in just ukudlala ama-player. They are not playing their normal football. And I'm out there uthabo best nje namhlanje ngale ngathi uzimisela ukukhahlela umfukeki straight. So nje no, maybe second half will come live now. Chipa will play their normal football esiyaziyo, pound for pound, and then Pirates night so that can be able to play. But so far, yeah, and the referees, man, hey, South African referees, no. I no. I was missing
Khoza. Keeper, from what I saw, is again getting killed by occasion. Last time they were playing Pirates, they were killed. It's such a big game. A semi-final, what. Today, ingati bafuni revenge. And they're getting killed again.
That's why they make a mistake by getting these 2 goals and penalties. Because angas, but there's this undertone thing of not ngati sizolo or whatever. They're not just playing football like yeah, but sizobona second half, but so far in the first half I ngehlelanga kahle bafo.
Okay. Let me give everybody just a chance to give their predictions. Kumo, how is your game going to end?
Definitely after getting this red card, we're gonna win by 1-0.
Okay. Let me go to Agent. Agent, how is your game going to end?
This friendly game. I don't know what friendlies. Do we keep scores on friendlies? Are we allowed to skip?
Hey.
I don't know. Whatever we get, man, it's a friendly. Whatever happens, but well, 1-0.
Okay. Kataza, what's the score going to be?
Hey, yeah, you see the game. Now, this is a clear goal scoring opportunity. See, now he gets the red. There's no other defender in front of him or that could get to him, whether the goalkeeper is there or not. You see now.
Okay. Let me ask you
You
this.
see, my brother.
Let me ask you this. Replace Libusa with Williams, still have Kekana in the same position, even if he's 3 steps ahead. Is that not a clear goal scoring position? Or what would you say? Because you are arguing goalkeepers.
You know what I'm trying to say to you, my brother? Which sometimes football is funny. You see here, if there's still a defender, we had 2 in the other instant. We had 2.
No, that's why I said. That's why I said take Kekana and move him 3 points ahead, 3 places ahead. Take the goalkeeper out of the goal, right? So Ronald Williams makes the Libusa tackle. Kekana is in front, right? So that means there's still 1 player between me and the goal. Now, why is it different? Why is that one Doxo, but it's different if the goalkeeper has come out and there's a defender there? That was my argument.
No, you see, Mr. Overthinking. Leave the goalkeeper alone. Leave the goalkeeper alone. That's why you continue, whether he's there or not. The defenders are there defenders in front of you.
But that's why. But what I was asking you about the Doxo is the point I'm trying to make here is that when the goalkeeper's on the line and a defender hits me, they don't care that the goalkeeper's there. Sharp. So on your thing, you say that there were defenders that could have gotten to the ball or to accept that ball. And I'm saying, why is it different in that situation? Because Doxo doesn't matter who's on the line. So why does it matter now that Williams is out and there's a defender there? Isn't it still clear Doxo?
That means in a war, my brother, let's say you still have soldiers that can still lay their lives in front of the ball.
But Doxo still says with a defender that there's still a keeper who can lay his life. And take away the title of the players, take away keeper and whatever. There's one person who can stop the ball. I've gotten tackled by somebody else who's not that person. So even if I got past this person, I would still need to get past the goalkeeper, right? So now, reverse them. Goalkeeper comes out, defender is the last man. Is it not the same situation that there's one person who can still stop that ball, but Doxo doesn't care about it when it's a goalkeeper? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you say. You know, the unfortunate part here, my brother, that they disregard the goalkeeper. So but if you were to include the goalkeeper, you're 100% correct because there's still someone to stop the player in goal. But unfortunately, they disregard the goalkeeper. They only speak about the infield players, whether the keeper is there or not, just the infield players.
So does the positioning of the keeper make him an infield player or not? So if Ronald Williams leaves his box, what do we say? Is he active? Or is he still a goalkeeper?
You know where they use that rule to interchange players. It's if it's an offside decision. About what you're saying, moving Williams. About if it's an offside decision, then the positioning of the goalkeeper is taken into consideration because at some points during an offside call, the last defender takes the position of the goalkeeper. You see that So now, if maybe they can apply those same kind of rules on this last man thing, because you're 100% correct, but it's just that they don't recognize the goalkeeper, but in an offside position, they will recognize the goalkeeper. So maybe they'll change the rules. They change them every season. Maybe when the conference starts, it's just one of the questions maybe you can pose as fans. We would say, yeah, guys, why don't you consider it this way? Because
especially I'm a keeper, I'm a CDM.
Yeah, because in this game, we've just had 2 of these type of situations.
Yeah.
Where in one, the goalkeeper is not regarded, you understand? So it was an interesting one that we got it on the same game.
But Kataza, how's this game going to end? To let you go.
Yeah, man. No, with this game, Petsu, we are going to win.
Okay.
Sure.
2-0, 3-0, 1-0, 2-1.
No, but this one we'll take whatever we can. 1-0 is fine.
Okay. Oh, wait. Before I let you go then, just to ask you another question. Golden Arrows. Do you think that they're still going to be as stubborn as they were when they played Orlando Pirates? So Orlando Pirates attacked them in a certain way, and Steve did not change up until, well, he did not change the whole game, and they ended up conceding 7. Is that a possibility, that type of game, a possibility here for Sundowns?
Hey, my man, it's difficult. Although as a fan, I'd like to think Uguti, we will maintain the same type of structure. But my man, you are a man down. You can already see now Arrows getting more chances than they were getting. You understand? In the beginning of the game, they only had those through balls for Motaung. Right now, they're in our faces. So with the man down, I'm sure Rulani knows the whole plan is out the window.
Okay,
now we gotta win ugly. There's no way now I can preempt because I think the Arrows will get that impetus to say, no, let's go for these guys. We are there for the taking. That's where we separate the boys from the men and show you guys that we are champions for a reason.
Okay. No, thank you so much, Kataza. Okay, guys, so we're carrying on. Orlando Pirates 2-0 versus Ichiba United. 2 goals from Mabasa, who now becomes the top goal scorer. He's sitting at the top of the charts with 15 goals. Reyners is number 2 with 14. Stellenbosch, if I am not mistaken, is still at 2-0 in their game. It's still at 0-0 in their game. So, as it stands right Stellenbosch will be Paris by 1 point. And there would be 2 more points. It would be 3 points. In terms of game, Sundowns have just gotten a red card, which has prompted Morena and Nku coming onto the pitch. Very, very interesting conversation about what is doxo and what is not doxo. So I remember asking a similar question when Ron Williams did something similar with Saleh, right? Because the question here is that, do we look at the goalkeeper differently? So now Ronwen has come off his line. There's no one on the line. There might be a defender there, but he's now tackled this guy in an attack. Does that count as doxo, right? And if people say that there's defenders who can cover, doxo doesn't care. Like, for example, with the red card that happened right now, doxo didn't care that Williams was still on the line and could still save a goal. Right? So why does it change when it's a defender who's potentially on the line and could probably stop a goal, especially looking at the situation that he's out, the defenders are facing their own goal, running back as well. If I get past that opportunity, if I get past that thing and I shoot, right, they still have to do a job. So how is it different to Bankapile, like right now, Ulibusa, Ukapumuntu, Lomuntu, even if he beat Lubusa, he still needed to go face the goalkeeper. So what is doxo and what is not doxo? And even the chance of scoring, I see now Tess talking about the chance of scoring. Okay, what are my chances of scoring when I have a goalkeeper on the line, right? And I want to make the distinction that I was making, that if Gran Kekana was on the line in that situation and not chasing back, fine. But if we're all chasing back, right? If that tackle doesn't happen, I am through. We're all running, Anish. And do you know what happens at the end of the day? When I take my shot, regardless of whether it's on the touchline or not, if I take my shot, there's no defender there. The ball travels faster than all of us. So in that situation, what happens? That's the conversation that I'm trying to have here. Because for me, keepers off his line, that is a very good goal-scoring opportunity. Clear goal-scoring opportunities off his line. The defenders are not on the line. There's no one behind him. You get what I mean? That's the question here. It's not necessarily about but if Williams was alone, it's a red. But where were they, Maraste? But where were they? Because they're standing in line with me. Williams is coming out because his defense is out of position. They're in line with me as the attacker. So if we're all running together, and I'm getting the ball in the position that I get it, where Williams intercepted the ball, and there's no goalkeeper, who's more likely to score regardless of touchline? Who's more likely to score? I could pass the ball into the net from that situation. So I think also that makes it a tough thing. And I want to go back to Doxo. Doxo doesn't care with Ukipuselainin. You could be facing Buffon, Juan-Luigi Buffon, and your chances could be 80% that he's going to block that shot. It doesn't care. So why now is it different for a player who can't even use their hands? You get me? But stay. Doxo is not about the guarantee of whether you're going to get to the ball. Is it really about that? Or is it about a player stopping me from getting an opportunity? You guys get what I'm saying? Like, even if I take a heavy touch in the pursuit of a ball, if a defender unkapile, they'll still say Doxo. Last man, again. So, okay, we'll see, guys. We'll see. Kataza, there's no goalkeeper on the line. That's why I'm pointing to this particular situation. There's no one epalini. There's no one. What if he passed Williams and without tackled him? What if the striker got past Libusa and Ronald Williams made a save? Are we doing what if? Guys? Okay, guys. No, it's fine. All I'm saying is that should be a question, because for me, ipalil vulegile. Agnamuntu epalini. Maybe that's the part that makes the situation fun. Agnamuntu epalini. From any angle where you'd want to shoot it, agnamuntu epalini. If a defender tackles me, last man, even before I get to the box, it's still Doxo again. Last man foul, professional foul. He's taking one for the team. Okay. No, I pumusele wedwa the. I pumusele wedwa khona keeper. That's why I need to take your keeper out and do this. This is what I'm saying. Do this. So take Mudau and put him in that situation. We're on the counter. I'm going through. Goalkeeper standing there. He top of the box, edge of the box, right? Edge of the box. They say Doxo. Again. No? So why is it different if your keeper comes out and there's a player who's coming in? Mudau, you guys say. Mudau was there, right? Have we not just substituted that? Why does that player matter when the keeper doesn't matter in normal Doxo? Why are we not counting the other player? I'm not changing rules. I'm literally interpreting it the way that they interpret. They don't care. Guti keeper uselaini in konumuntu. But anyway. Tuli says it's a Wednesday and look at Pirates game attendance. Tlogelang Pirates, guys. Tlogelang Pirates. It's a midday game. Was Williams the last man? Yes. Guys, you can look at the replay, yes. But okay, guys, it's fine. Because in your situation, then Libusa is technically not the last man. In the one that was given there, technically he's not the last man. There's a defender next to Mang and next to Mang. But it's fine. Let's see. PK, that's exactly why I'm asking this particular situation. That's why I'm asking this particular situation. The reason why I'm asking is that this is not normal Doxo. does a chance get clearer when there's no one in goal? Right? So let's say it's 95th minute. 95th minute of a 1-0 game. You know, when they push everybody up. Everybody gets pushed up, and then the ball gets cleared. My attacker gets the ball. He's making a counter. Getting chased by the defense, making a counter, right? There's no one in goal. Let's say. There's no one in goal. The goalkeeper is pushed up. We're all running back, right? If a defender kicks me in that motion, when does it become clear and obvious? Does it become clear and obvious when I'm at halfway? Does it become clear and obvious when I'm halfway running in? Does it become clear and obvious when I'm running towards the box? When does it become clear and obvious with no one in goal? And maybe that's the wrinkle to all of this, right? So I don't know, but we'll hear. They're gonna break it down, I'm sure. It's just for this situation, and it's especially important when now we're dealing with goalkeepers that are sweepers, goalkeepers that are CDMs, goalkeepers that leave their boxes, goalkeepers that do all of that stuff. I love the offside rule. One of the offside rule, and probably I need to read up on this rule specifically, but the offside rule, I love it because it handles that situation. What happens if my goalkeeper leaves his post and there's a defender? Do they switch and become this? Do I assume the role of a goalkeeper? Do I assume a role of... I like that one because it handles this. But in situations, and fine, let's move away from this one and use a pure hypothetical. I am through on goal. There's a defender who can cover. So he's here. Goalkeeper comes to me. Ngithi one uyankapa. Is that a yellow card or is it doxo because that guy could cover, right? And does the covering matter in that situation? If not, if the covering of a goalkeeper does not matter in normal doxo. So let's use that hypothetical, right? I think it's a very interesting question that we can ask. What do you guys think of that situation? Is it still doxo or what are we counting? Becomes clear and obvious when you have control of the ball and you're heading towards goal, not away. Recklessness counts, especially if it's viewed that you're deliberately not trying to play the ball. So any foul, wait, guys, is now, huh? It becomes clear and obvious when you have control of the ball and you're heading towards goal, not away. Was he heading away from goal? Then the other question becomes, can I not score from that angle with no one in the goals? I love this situation because there's so many questions we could ask. There's so many questions we could ask. Is it impossible to score with no one there? Guys, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll let the professionals deal with it. I just have questions because my questions are based on the situation, right? It's an open goal. Harder to score from the touchline, great. Logically, is it easier to score versus the keeper one-on-one? I don't know. It doesn't say stop it, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You guys love doing that. We're having a nice conversation about a situation that happened. Me, I'm just asking questions. That's all I'm asking. It's possible to score from there, especially with no keeper. That's what I'm saying, Lugisani. So then, clear and obvious. How do you legislate for clear and obvious in that situation? Just that situation. That situation. Interpretation of rules means we don't like Sundowns. ADL, me, I don't know, guys. Anyway, we're 65 minutes into the game. I haven't actually been watching this. Pirates is still 2-0 up versus Chipa, and then Golden Arrows is still 0-0 with Sundowns. On the Chipa game, I just feel like it's twice now where the status of the game has gotten to them. You can understand it over the weekend. It's a full stadium. You've got your former players that used to play for Pirates. There are two of them. It's the first time you're reaching this point. As you're playing against the Pirates, you know what Pirates is like. You probably want to go pound for pound with them. So you're probably going to, come out and be a little bit more flustered. The game was delayed for a little bit, so maybe that works on your nerves too. Now they come into this game, and it feels like Chipa was coming into this one with a revenge thing. Like they want to avenge the loss that they took. So when they come into this game, again, they're trying a little bit to being overzealous. Now it looks like they've got a little bit of control. Now it looks like they're playing a little bit better in terms of this game. I think they've calmed down somewhat. Right. So yeah, let's see how the game ends up. There's still 23 minutes left of that game. If we look at Mamelodi Sundowns, Sundowns is frustrating because they have all the ingredients to do so many different things, right, and do them well, especially versus an Arrows team that we know is stubborn. They don't deal with movement pretty well. So if you saw a lot of those balls that I was criticizing, I put my hand up. I was criticizing. They were able to get in, and they had chances. As the Sundowns guys said, they had chances that were messed up by Esquivel. Ribeiro had some chances that should have been scored, right? But then, as the game is dragging on, I think this is where we'll ask the question about Golden Arrows. Will Arrows still be as hard-headed as they were? Versus Pirates, where Pirates is now peppering you with guys with goal, and you carry on playing the way. Do you just take your 10-man advantage and say, you know what, there's more of us, less of them. Let's just low block this thing and see out this game, right? What we're seeing from their movement there, that defense is not talking. And if there's one thing that grinds my gears about the PSL, look at this. One man Shalulile versus 5 defenders. Shalulile could have gotten into that space there, right? The keeper is acting irrational. Abakulum. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, Shalulile again. He couldn't get it there. Chess Galaxy should have played like Chipa in the second half. Galaxy was playing El Presico, guys. El Presico, the occasion, those ones too. Still 0-0 Stellies. Still 0-0 Stellies. Still 0-0 Hauser. Stay says, Okalage benefiting, Magapalelu minister, Akalegue every week, Nikala. I don't mind benefit. I don't care about benefiting, to be honest with you, Stay. I just like those questions. Like, this is a very interesting question. I'd love to see how refs are going to interpret this one. In terms of benefiting, guys, we know PSL, guys. We know PSL. Everybody shower my ref. I don't think there's a team that can complain this season that the refs haven't done something to them. So, now you hardly hear me speaking about refs and benefiting. I may joke about it, but to have a serious conversation over that, not sharp, we get life, guys, get life. Other teams have benefited. We've also benefited during the season. We've lost games because of it. Guys. Blackheart says, I'm still saying Sundowns will lose. It's going to be interesting. I think Sundowns would probably lose this game if they were still at 11 men. So if they're still at 11 men, I think there's a better chance of losing, and I'll explain why. The reason why is that at some point, Sundowns sometimes gets overzealous. They now get into the gear where they're like, we need to go take it up a notch, right? And they go and take it up a notch in the game. that's where you can catch them. If you think about ES Tunis and those guys, and I'm not saying Golden Arrows is anywhere near ES Tunis level, but ES Tunis guys can hit them on that counter when they got a little bit overzealous. The difference is when now you're at 10 men, in as much as Sundowns might want to win this game, there's caution. So you do get a little bit of caution. And you're not going to want to throw everything up, you know. What's killing me about this game is that Sundowns has gone down to 10 men, and Arrows, instead of playing on the paranoia, that's what you do. You attack them a little bit. You hit them so that they stop sending players, so that they stop doing all of those things. Even if you commit 2 players up, you've got a 1-man advantage, right? Just so that you can show that I can still be a little bit dangerous, and stop Sundowns from being free. I think the more this game goes on, it's 71 minutes right now, the more this game carries on being Sundowns putting pressure, that's where mistakes happen in defenses. Bokros, they're sweating, they're dead. They're going to slip and somebody's going to score. That's what usually happens at these times, right? So it's frustrating to watch these games sometimes where PSL teams don't know how to take advantage of certain situations or certain advantages. They don't know. They don't know how to play in certain times. You look at Chiefs. Chiefs gets a red card and they're still running around like headless chickens. Instead of just going, okay, fine, sacrifice one of the attackers. Modi comes off. You bring on Zwane. You bring on Modi comes off for a defender. You take off maybe another player, maybe Saile, for a connecting midfielder. Then you literally go, we're going to go, every time we get the ball, our goal is to get it to Zwane, who then gets it to Patrice. And even if it's not to score goals, it's just to make sure that Sundowns in the back of their mind have to think about, oh, I have to watch out for this. Like, for example, what Sundowns is doing right now to Arrows is exactly that. They've got the red card, but they're saying to Arrows, don't think that you can bring more people forward because we're going to sting you. Some of these things are psychological type things. Some of these things are, and I struggle with other teams that are just like, we're not going to even look at those things. But anyway, unfortunately, there's nothing SAFA can do about refs who are subjected to mediocrity. PK, how would you feel? So there's, in England, there's PG Mole. And I don't think it's going to fix, what I'm going to say now is not going to fix the reffing. But how would you feel if we got breakdown? So PG Mo will come out and say there was a VAR error, that was called, and they'd have to go and explain it to the teams. Would you think that the transparency would make it at least feel a little bit better? Because I also think that at times we get unfair on the refs and the linesmen because maybe they saw something or maybe they didn't see something or maybe there's an explanation or rationale that comes from the choice that they made or the decision that they made. How would you feel about that type of system where they acknowledge at least, or we get match reports that explain these things? Because sometimes I worry that our coaches come out and they speak out in public and they say things, right or wrong. And us fans, we take it on. Or Victor Tlungwane and Esnobo say things on Soccer Zone or DSTV Prem that maybe on DSTV, sorry, on Soccer Zone or the DSTV one, the Supersport one, where they debunk these things, great, but we still don't know what Ucheli Chabani himself saw. Or maybe if there's a match report that can come out, How would you also feel if coaches and, commentators and people were forced to come back out and actually say, we reviewed this thing. Like Rulani was speaking about Lunga's red card or Lunga the Mhango goal, for example. And he was speaking about fourth officials and all of that stuff. Would it make it any better how we view the refs, or maybe more sympathetic if also the coaches had to come out and say, no, we reviewed it and actually it's not a goal? How do you feel about that? I know it's not going to fix the problem, but what do you feel? ADL says, so where is Compella going next? Anywhere where it's open. I don't think he's going to get, I think he's going to get Arrows for at least 2 years. If I was the betting man, I think he's going to be at Arrows for at least 2 years. I don't think Arrows management is quick to pull the trigger like that. And when you have a coach like Steve, who they have history with, they're not going to pull that trigger. They're not going to pull that trigger. 76 minutes in the Pirates game, 2-0 up. Pirates, the game hasn't changed much. Chipa has been going forward a little bit more, but for the most part, the game is over. Pirates has gone into managing this game. Mabotito have come off. So it's just about managing the game up until the end, which may, funny enough, give Chipa United a lot more chances because, hey, that defensive Pirates. In the Sundowns Golden Arrows game, it is still 0-0. Sundowns, of course, playing with 10 men after the Lebusa red card. Arrows is settling for a draw. Let's be honest. Arrows is settling for a draw. I don't understand the one-man advantage, but Arrows is settling for a draw. And it's a very sloppy draw because that defense and the way that they set up. I'm a Cross lover. I'm looking at Cross right now. Hey, they're sweating. They're dying. Sundowns is pushing. Not as hard as normal, but they are the ones who are in the ascendancy. And it doesn't look like Golden Arrows is going to get a whiff of trying to counter. It doesn't even look like they want to. So that's how that game is looking. Sorry to break the illusions of Sundowns losing. Mamelodi Sundowns will win this game. Ozzy says we must get one of these corporates to sponsor VAR. Ozzy, this is what I said. This is what I said about VAR. I think the problem is that FIFA has a tender or has a tender out. They have a preferred supplier of VAR, right? Which already makes it expensive on that side. Sponsors, I don't know who would sponsor because if it wasn't for these rules and the tendering stuff, I would have just gone to Supersport. Hey, Supersport, how about we pay you X amount? We already have a deal together, so it's not going to be as expensive. You already have some of the capability to provide VAR. How about you up your capability? You become the VAR supplier, which means that you can also be the VAR supplier for Africa at some point. MultiChoice would be running that. That could be beneficial and profitable. Oh, chance there, you know. That's who I would have gone with, but FIFA doesn't allow it, and I don't know if I would want to spend that much money as the PSL and SAFA are going to have to spend in order to get VAR in the country. Guys, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And is it worth it? Over and above the VAR itself, you still need to train referees. That's a cost. You still need to have these centers. That's a cost. The nice thing about the referees in England is that it's a completely separate company. It's funded by the FA. It's funded by the different FAs and bodies and all of that. But it's a completely separate body. Tina, we still have questions that are going to come from the PSL. Why should we pay for this thing when SAFA's in charge of the referees? And then SAFA's going to say, why should we pay for this thing when we are supplying referees already? They want us to, on top of that, like, there's politics as well on our side. Besides the cost, there's politics. Chipa has our number in our half, says Hausa. But they're not doing anything with it. They're not doing anything with it. But what? That's almost what the legs of Hlongwane are doing. Now, but they fight each other. Now, but they sub each other. There's no accountability and refs don't care. And we don't care for it. Ay, velile, how? Ngiyekele. Sundowns again with a header there, offside call. Can Pirates just manage this game, man? Now it's 80th minute, the game is done. Why are we worried? Yeah, velile, why are we worried? Game is finished, man. Oh, Sundowns is just wasting chances there. VAR is an FA thing. SAFA must take the lead. True, Kataza, but you know how our FA works. Our FA and the PSL, the relationship they have, they run as separate entities. Usually FAs take the lead because FAs are the final say. and the league falls into line under them. The fact that there's a clear distinction that the referees are provided by the FA to the PSL, and they make it a clear distinction that the roles and responsibilities. I don't know how many other FAs have that type of thing. Usually the FA speaks and everybody does what the FA wants. PSL angeke. They hate each other, those guys. That was Arrow's chance. That was Arrow's chance. The ES Tunis thing that I told you guys about, that was Arrow's chance. But Abumtizwa and the decision making in the final third is, it's like when they cross the halfway line or when they get closer to the goal, more of their decision making just goes away, like it disappears. Look, 2 men up, hit a quick counter. You have to be quick. You can't run at them. You have to play balls through. Oh. Mari Arrows, guys. Chippa United with a chance there. Are they looking for a penalty? Ooh, side netting. Would VAR give that penalty, Belil? Would it be a penalty? What just happened there in the box? Do you think VAR would give it? So yeah, as I was saying, it's a 2-man attack. Mutizwa's decision making was just bad. The whole game, they've been really bad. Mabasa coming off on the other side. Pirates is the funniest team. When they start parking the bus, that's when they look even more fragile. That's when they look even more fragile. Here comes the Bafana striker. Evidence Bahopa. Chem, if there's one team that doesn't care for strikers, Pirates. You guys are not loyal to anyone. Pirates. Lepasa's on fire at the beginning of the season, gets injured, fine. You bring in Mahopa. Mahopa's on fire, well, relatively. Mahopa's on fire, gets into Bafana. He's doing so well, goes to AFCON, comes back, and they're like, I think we're going to play Babas. Hey, Pirates doesn't care. Yo, Bobby striker. Your job is always up for it. Oh, Morena. But Rulani says, Uveli. And again, this is what I don't understand about Sundowns. You were playing all your technicians first half, and you had so many technicians on the pitch, you didn't play technical football. Now you have less technicians on the pitch, and you have guys like Abo Mendieta and Shalulile who are proven aerial threats. How many? I think Mendieta has maybe scored 2. Is it 2 or 3 headed last minute goals from whip balls? But that's when you put the ball down. I don't. To who, guys? When you've got an option just on the right. Hey, PSL players. Tina, we stuck with the please, ADL, please leave me alone. It's an off day. I had my moments. Yes. I don't want to be sitting here talking about Chiefs. Please leave me alone. Okay, there should be about 10 minutes left of each game. Shot! How is Golden Arrows in Tibang with an extra man? You could even play a back 6 and chill. How are they under pressure like this with extra players? Look at the space. Even when you say you're marking zonally, look at the space. What number 22? Number 22, we're calling arrows. You're not marking anyone. You're standing P-spot, not marking anyone. Ball comes in top of the box and you have to do acrobatics to try stop it. Guys. Guys. Why not Williams was red carded to avoid a goal scoring opportunity? Hey, Mshazi, you missed out on the chat. We had a deep chat. Goal. Alende. Sundowns have thought of 7 goals, but they don't have the ability. They have the ability, it just hasn't been their game that they play this year. I know everybody's been talking about, okay, Chiefs was, Chiefs is Chiefs. But they're not like a consistent team with that type of thing. Watch your run, Knox. Pass up, ball. Guys, simple square pass. Simple square pass. 2v1. 86th minute. You have a simple square pass. Mutizwa was even watching his run. He stopped running. He stepped back. Do you guys cross the ball? Cross the ball. Cross the ball. Screw arrows, guys. Screw arrows. Yeah. Who's this? Unguse. Twice now. This is the second time. And maybe that's where, look, square ball. Square ball. He's right there. He's alone. When I told you guys that that's how you beat Sundowns, ES Tunis showed us you just need one break when they're overzealous and they're committing too many people forward. You just need one chance. They've had 2 right now. And because of poor decision making, Orlando Pirates is 2-0 still. It's 2-0 still. Utlarisa has just come in for Umfukeng. No, but Kataza, listen to what I'm saying. You're 10 men down. But to beat the Sundowns, even at 11 in these type of games, what I was saying earlier, you're only going to get 1 or 2 chances, and it's going to be transition when Mamelodi Sundowns has pushed too many people forward, or when they are in the process of attacking and trying to win the game, right? You'll get 1 or 2 breakaway chances. Golden Arrows got 1 or 2 breakaway chances. Like they got 2, clear cut. And that's why I'm like, the quality, if Sundowns is in that position, they score. Even though Sundowns has been trying as well. To your credit, they've been trying. So they've been shooting, they've been making the keeper work, they've been wasteful, you could say. So to your credit, right? Oh, they found the one lady who doesn't want to be on camera. Pirates is 2-0 up. Sam says, who scored for Pirates? 2 goals from Umabasa. 2 goals from Umabasa. Ooh, this is comical defending now. This is comical defending. Sabela says, what defender? Oh, defender by Flul. 4 minutes added on in the Pirates game. It was the second half was quiet, man. Let's be honest. The second half was quiet. Golden Arrows wasted all of their opportunities. Sam says, but I have a question for you, and it's a very big question. Hey, Sam, go ahead. No, Sam, you can ask me the question. Ask me the question. Oh, 4 minutes added on with Sundowns too. Hey, Abu Arrows. How, Sam? What's the question, Sam?
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
I see you, Tabo. Eh? What did you bet on? Why were you betting? Oh, Clarissa. Oh, very selfish there. Very selfish there. I Savedo, don't give them that much credit. Sundowns itself has had Boma 5 chances, man. Sundowns itself, they've been wasteful today. Wasteful. What do you think is the problem with Kaizer Chiefs? Hey Sam, I've got videos on that on my YouTube. I've got videos where I break it down. I'm gonna do another one at the end of the season. It's too much to do in a watch along. Sundowns win, Pirates win, Stellies win. Is Stellies? Oh, that was your bet slip. Stellenbosch is still 0-0. Right at the end of the thing, that's when they want to start not performing. Pirates, as it stands, will still be number 3, but they'll be only 1 point behind the Stellenbosch with 3 games left to play for this season. I thought the Golden Arrows defender was going to his corner. I was going to say, it's too much now. Chipa look biganyana. Hey, they're tired. Chipa's gone. They've accepted their fate. So many PSL teams accept their fate, man. Only 2 goals. Okay, Stellenbosch is done. They have gained only 1 point from their game. Sundowns is still trying to find their goal, but this game is probably going to end 0-0. Yeah. Okay, Pirates is done. What did Sundowns see, Konku? I think they were experimenting, to be honest with you. I think Nku's signing is similar to Masego's signing. I don't know if they were looking to change their style of play, but that's very similar. Okay, guys, it's open. I don't think we're going to be on for too long. It's open. You can jump in. Tell me what you thought about the game. Velile, nchelegale game, man. There we go. Done both games. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. Are you with me? Or did it kick you out? What's happening? Kataza, 0-0. How did you feel about the game?
Man, just another frustrating one, you know.
Yeah.
Basically, we're just counting them down now. Obviously, you know, the excitement is it's out of it. It's just a matter of how many points we are going to get. You know, it's the luxury of being a Sundowns fan. Even now, today, we are worried. We are saying, "Hey, our team should be doing," but it's already over. It's like it's after the wedding.
Champagne problems.
So we are just now analyzing the wedding. How was the flowers, the decor, the suits that the husband was wearing, the gown, that the bride had, you know. Just but so basically now we're just doing corrections for next season. Other people are still playing for their lives, chasing Stellenbosch for Champions League. Others are chasing MTN 8. So, as I said earlier, let's try not to overthink this, guys. Imagine so much pressure on these boys. They've already won this thing, guys. But we play league for these points to win the league. So even now, even if we were playing our MTC boys, but what I want is for us to keep combining up until the Nedbank Cup, because I think the Nedbank Cup final, there is the only game of consequence. So as we are talking about guys like Yonku, let them play, man. Let them play, you know. Let them play. Our technicians, let them play. Let them try to combine. Because obviously we are playing teams that are not really interested in playing. Let's be fair, guys. We can tend to hyper-analyze Sundowns games. We come from, guys, we are 10 men down. But when the whistle sounds, we are the ones on the opposition box. Baton. Come on, guys. What more can you do? 10 men down. Even I'm sure if you lost another man, we still will have the bulk of the position. They will still be playing. Look at now. The man of the match is their goalkeeper. It's saying something. So, you know, I don't know what to say about this game. It's finished already. Maybe I wish it was an opening game of the season. You can't do, I don't know. I've already got an A for my exam. You know, I got A for maths. Now the guy is saying A.
Let me ask you about arrows. As you're saying, it doesn't seem like these teams, it doesn't matter the number 11, they don't care about fighting about top 8, they don't seem to be in these games. You guys go one man down, there's no change, there's no tempo up, lifting up the tempo. Is it also the difference between super quality sides that you get two chances and you don't take it? Is this now our league? Is that what the league is?
No, I think it's also a little bit disingenuous to compare Sundowns game and say that's the standard of the league. I'm sure if you Golden Arrows were playing maybe a Chiefs, they would have come out there, you know, come out of their shell. It's just the caliber of the team that they were playing. I think if they're playing, let's say maybe they're playing Amazulu, or I don't think Arrows stays back, even with the man down. I think Sundowns is dangerous, really, with those 10 players. The level of quality, my friend. Just a couple of 2 months ago, we made it into the top 100 football teams in the world. That counts for something, my brother. This team, there's a lot of quality, and it's hard, man, to really pound on arrows and say this and that. Bigger teams, that's what I'm saying when I'm Mr. Overthinking. The game I'm waiting for now, I'm waiting for Pirates, because the Pirates always plays, you know, in England, you also have the derby, the Manchester derby. Even here we have the derby, but you know the classic is Liverpool versus Man City. Even here in South Africa, Sundown versus Pirates, that is where you see the blood, the sweat, and the tears. Although these days it's getting a little bit rough, you know. I think because of the high stakes. But I want the Nedbank Cup. Let's do a watch along. Now I think that we can fairly analyze Sundowns, because they'll be not playing a team that's going to be parking the bus. But about this team that parked the bus, it's difficult. We end up now making unnecessary points, unnecessary criticism, because these guys are not playing, my bro. Now, you see, with the Champions League games like Esperance, you can really then criticize Sundowns there, because the teams are attacking them. You can see the mistakes. You can have an open and clear and dissect the team department by department. But with a game like Arrows, there's not much you can dissect and many faults you can find.
For time's sake, we are gonna dissect it tomorrow on top, Kataz. I'm kidding. We're gonna have the dissection of the 3 games that we've played and that we've watched here. Let me bring in Agent. Agent, how did you feel about this game?
But maybe 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, one of the best games of Sundowns and recent memories.
Okay.
one of the best games in PSL, at least I can argue maybe this season. I think a player down, and you're able to play like this, interchanging of passes, the pressure, the commitment. When was the last time you saw a Sundowns player celebrating a tackle? So I think that shows that it was, like I said, one of the best games, if not the best game that we have played this season. And what part of this is Sundowns quality, and what part of this is the system? Especially when you are a possession-based team, do the numbers count against you? In such kind of system. Because I think could be a bit of both, but I think it's more or less of the system that when you are playing with the ball, chances are that you're not gonna miss the extra person that you're missing. I think maybe this shows other teams that I won't mention by names how you play when you're one man down. And kudos to Rulani. And again, this could have been the worst game of the season in the same breath. Because like I always say, there's a very thin line between bravery and stupidity. I don't know if Rulani was stupid or was brave, but because of the results, we'll say he was brave. But if the results went out, otherwise we're gonna see he was very stupid. Because we attacked like we are full, like it is a whole team, it reminded me of Expara's game where we attacked and left pieces behind. I'm like, what is the desperation about? What is the desperation about? Because I remember these 2 or 3 1v1s, last man clearances, and they go horribly wrong. You are 3 men down, So I couldn't get the desperation. Maybe it's the edge to get the 71 points, whatever it is. But for me, I would rather go unbeaten than 71 points, to be honest with you, So, but again, like I said, it is bravery when it works like this, and kudos to him. I give kudos to the players. I think they give 110%. Alende, and this was one of Mudiba's best games ever since Bafana days, So I'm happy with the boys. I can't complain.
But then
I think this game quickly,
No, go on. Just finish that point.
I want to say this game quickly turned from a friendly match to a competitive game, and maybe Sundowns need to start playing games one man down, so that the level field can be a bit level.
I want to ask you about Golden Arrows. You have an extra man. They decide to do some of the worst low blocking I've ever seen. You have some chances where you are 2v2, 2v1, and decision making is just off. Is this what separates Sundowns from the rest of the league? I mean, Sundowns has nothing really to play for if we're looking at it outside of the unbeaten run. Golden Arrows is what, 3 points away from top 8. You'd imagine that come out swinging, but it feels as though these teams just they're honor fixtures at some point.
I think it's okay. Let me start with the poor decision making. It's a PSL problem, Even in Sundowns, sometimes we have it, So that one is COVID PSL, So, like I said, it goes again. Like I said, you are playing against a system team, and you know their quality, So, do you go bravado and say, let me go and attack them, let me go pound for pound, or you go on for the air of questions, like, what, let's just play this game as if nothing changed. If anything, we have one less man to worry about, because I'm sure they came into this game looking for a draw, and they got it. Like Musa Sibanyoni is saying there, that they came for a draw, so we are one man down, is one man less to chase, so why change the plan? So just stick to it. So I think Coach Steve, Yeah, if it was George, I would say George lacked the balls to go after this game, but I mean, tennis balls, guys, nothing else, to go after this game. I think he wasn't brave enough for me. He should have been brave to go after it. If I was the coach, I was gonna go after it. The best way to defend is to attack. What if your keeper doesn't have a blinder? And remember, this is a beta eggs looking for backlove, because
That's
this is our
why I
ex-player.
wanted it.
So
That's what I thought.
that's why, yeah, you know. I mean, the keeper is also an ex also who wants backlove. On top of that, he's our keeper. So he had everything to prove that I belong here. So what if that keeper doesn't have that motivation? Then you have sat down a low block, one man down, one man up, and you lost. That doesn't look well on you. I would rather lose one man down knowing that I attacked. But again, like I said, he had on the off question. He got it, and he said congratulations to him. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we'll break them down probably tomorrow. Let me go to Temigos. Temigos, which game did you watch and how did you feel about it?
My brother, Mr. Mokwena, how are you, sir?
You see me, when I'm off, I'm happy. I'm a fan of football today. I'm feeling good. I hope you're good too.
Yeah, bro. I was watching Sundowns as my team. I think we created so many chances today, and looking at the game as a whole, Arrows should have finished with us.
Yeah.
From Ekalen, like so, but azanki wasebenzise ama-chances that they did get abo Mutizwa, the likes of Mutizwa. But looking at the second half, we created so many chances that we couldn't convert them. So no goalkeeper wabo basebenzele. But nje yabona our coach substitution yakhe usubstitute sekulate Mr. Mokwena. That gives us i-problem nyana ukuthi mhlambe sibuye futhi egamini, because we have to adjust to our style of play. And i-style sethu se-play is ama-passes most of the time. Ubonile manje bese singena kibo, but ugoalkeeper wabo basebenzele kakhulu. So
Okay.
ucoach wethu masingabuki kahle naye uyasilimaza kakhulu when it comes to substitution. Ama-substitution wakhe most of the time wenza late, so asakhona ukudlala ibhola lethu like esijwayele ukudlala.
Okay. Temiko, and then Golden Arrows very quickly. Golden Arrows, they had everything to win this game. But shut up.
Exactly, Mr. Mike. I think it's like it's scoring on mentality, like I don't know whether it's lacking Pambili. Golden Arrows is playing a very good football, Mr. Mokwena. So inkinga isuka ibe lapha phambili, abana scoring mentality. They are playing a very good football. So akekho umuntu ongasizwa umthizwa le phambili into engebukile, because ugijima most of the time alone.
And Unguse doesn't pass him when he's open.
Only to find out ukuthi amabhola sometimes bawafaka phambili kuye, of which he had to run for that ball.
Okay. Hayi no, sizayikhuluma kusasa Thembinko sikhulume kahle. Let me bring in Onontezakhe. Ntozakhe. Welcome. Which game did you watch? Mina ngiright. Ubukele yiphi game and how did you see it?
Obvious, I was watching the parade game against Ichipa. It was a very good game for a parade, given the stage of the game and what was at stake. Now playing for position 2 and coming also again. I mean, playing the same team twice in a space of about 4 days. It's always a crucial game because now you understand each other, the tactics and stuff. And if you don't change your lineup, it means well, whatever that was analyzed before, it's gonna come back exactly as it is. So again, Parade, they showed from a game called an Arrows, the hunger and the determination of wanting to finish at the top of the standings, and it's showing. And again, Mr. Mkwan, as we should bring back people to attention. Who coach was there, Rivero? People have forgotten this is his second season as South Africa. But look at what he has achieved, not in terms of accolades. The brand of football that Parrot is playing, the development, the tactical development in our players. You look at how we introduce youngsters. Today we had about 4 players who are graduate from Parrot youth structures. You've got Usesane, you've got Uratomo, you've got Umayela, you've got who's this other part. All these players, he is gradually introducing them to the game, and they are playing so well that you can't even falter them. This is what you need when you're going to go out and look for a coach. Someone who's going to develop the players and increase the level of standard of our football. Because what Parade is doing, they are competing. They are competing at all fronts. Yes, we league, they are not make sure. But you know what the coach has done in 2 seasons. It's very much, I don't know what to say, but the coach has done a marvelous job. And he's showing us, South Africa got talent. I think this is the second, if not the third game he has played with started with only South African players. Only South African players, no foreign player. And I think it's only Parade, the big team that can do that. And give it out to the scout to say, Parade, man. This piece knows scouting players for a Parade. Where has data analysis? Look at Maswangai, they took him with Supersport, not playing regular, and today he's part of the conversation. Look at Talent But. Look at Talent, but I was not playing, but it's part of the conversation. There are a lot of players. This guy who's our data, analyst, us Letelon and our scout, and I dare to. And can I say something about the referees before I go? Mr. Mokwena, we can always cry about the referees, but I feel like there's someone who's not doing justice, and that is SAFA. Remember, who's responsible for referees is SAFA. You can't have people who are participating in a competition that has a lot of money and a lot of things that are at stake, but those people are part-time, part-time, what I don't know how to call them, part-time workers. And we're saying these people, they should control a match that is worth 15 million or 20 million, but umuntu uzo earn how much per match? 6,000 per match. Look at Sundowns, they've done very well. After, July, are they not going back to camp to fix wherever they went wrong so that they can improve? Have you ever heard SAFA taking our referees to camp and say, let's go to camp, let's go and study e-refereeing, let's go overseas and get information from our coach about who are well-known, who are well-educated to help us and employ these people full-time. You don't need men, you just need 60 referees because you always have 8 games per weekend. And you need 8 referees, 16 assistant referees, and 8 fourth officials. So those people, there are not so many that you can invest in them. Like really, SAFA is not doing a good job for South African football. Get a sponsor, take these people, employ them full time, and then train them thoroughly. VAR is not a thing that is going to fix our football. Those who have VAR, they are complaining. So you just have to fix the standard of officiating. That's all I wanted to say.
No, thank you. Tozaki. Let me go to Kolani. Tell me about your game. Welcome.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. OT. It's been a really good panel in my comment section. Hi, Mr. OT, Sundowns idlala ibhola. Yeah, hi. Angikhathali uthini, Mr. OT. Give Rulani his props, give Rulani his flowers, Mr. OT. A man down, dictating players with a man down the whole 45 minutes, Mr. OT. Balicinga ngetoshi. Lo sithi dlala nje, and Hayi uthi lalela. Mawufuna ubuka ibhola ubuka i-Sundowns. Ubuka i-Sundowns nama-South American ubuke uselule mayiselule. Lalela uthi we should have buried the game first half. I think uLodge ithole ithuba okay. I'm
Esquivel.
not blaming him. Ushayele i-target. The Esquivel uthole ithuba. We created like 4 clear-cut chances. Ngikhuluma ngama 1-on-1 OT, and we were not able to take them. And going to the second half, I now see why Sundowns imtetelile uPrastive. Akukho lutho laphana Mr. OT. Sorry to say, akukho lutho lapha kuPrastive. Akukho lutho. Mr. OT, you can't tell me ukuthi 47 minutes Sundowns ithole yellow card when you only rely on a counter attack. And now the counter attack yakho Mr. OT ishayisa. It's not like we are playing ishayisa. Like we are meant down OT. I expected the Golden Arrows to pin us down. Sidlale grounding lab. I-crowd yabo. Like OT ngeke. Akho lutho lapha. I'm sorry to say Mr. OT.
Hi, okay. Thanks for Arrows, but you answered it. No, okay. Colin, thank you so much. We're going to come back tomorrow and break these things down properly. Let me bring in Malume Kutso. Malume Kutso.
What is your? What is your? What is your? Ikambe winile le. Iyaphela ikamkuphiyasa le winile namuhla. Happy people. Yasimbe maikata sikamathe mhlaba mswazi abhekisa phezulu. Just kodise mamizela. Uyamemeza nje phezulu ngetaba uthi mathambo hlanganani. Paka. So ikata kusasa uthi.
Okay. Ke go tseba wena o batla. Talalas. Hey, Talalas. I can say why, man. Kari last minute, Talalas. Tell me, how did you see the game? You can just unmute there. Ay, man, Talalas. Okay. Let me see if I can squeeze one more person in before I close. I'm just gonna say Blackheart. How are you?
Yeah, it's no problem. Hey, yeah, what a game. I'm very disappointed with Golden Arrows, to be honest. I expected a win from them. When I analyzed this game, it is disappointing from Coach Steve. A red card, and they couldn't take the game to Sundowns. Because I saw in the first half when Knox came over the line 1-on-1 with Roland Williams, I was like, goal. And then disappointment. I thought already this game was Golden Arrows game. Sundowns did not play at all. I did not see anything from Sundowns. I believed Coach Steve came with a plan, but when Sundowns got the red card, he should have intensed the game to Sundowns. You should have went straight to them. You should have went straight to them. They should have just won this game, finish and clear. That's it. So it is just an actual disappointment from Golden Arrows in my eyes, man.
Okay. So then why do teams get like this? Because it sometimes feels as though when they play Sundowns, they're expecting a loss, they take a draw, they don't want to do anything else other than that. And now you watch a team with an extra man going into low block. What is this attitude in the PSL?
I don't really understand what's this attitude. That Sundowns right now, if we can look at the fixtures right now, I think they're a little bit tired, and we should just take the game to Sundowns. It's not like they're a team which is unbeaten. in the whole of the league. Let's look at what Tunisia did. You know, they came with a game plan, it worked. That's what Golden Arrow should have done today. They came with a good game plan, it could have worked if they intensified. If they just intensified, I believe they could have worked and they could have won this game.
Okay, no, Pleka, thank you so much for joining me. Let me see what Belil is saying. On the first, we will play our system. No one must dictate to us. Here's my thing. I struggle with the phrase "we came for a draw," and I think in as much as Mamelodi Sundowns got that red card and showed us how you play with 10 men, I feel as though Golden Arrows received a red card gift and didn't know what to do. And I feel as though we could say they came for a draw if the defense was better with the extra men. But it felt as though, they were just hit. And luckily, Watenga was there to save some things. But Abu Islander were getting free chances, extra men, free chance in the box. And I think that's what's frustrating me about the game, is that, okay, if you're going to decide to defend, shut it, keep them quiet. You've got an extra man. If you're going to defend, hit them on the counter. And unfortunately, they did. Unguse twice made the wrong decision. Arrows players were making wrong decisions. So I don't want to be too hard on them, knowing that we all watched this match, right? But I expect more. I expect a little bit more from Rulani. You know, I think he had all of his technicians on in the first half, and he was playing them very far away from each other. And maybe it's a tactical plan to try and move them around and put them on islands. Great. But then at the end of the day, now you take those guys out, you have very good aerial threats. Now you want to play it up the middle, right? I think there's questions we could ask, but like I always say about Mamelodi Sundowns, guys, it's champagne problems. It's champagne problems. It's not even problems if we really look at it like that. On the Pirates game, honestly speaking, I think Chippa again got overwhelmed early. Again got overwhelmed by the moment. I don't know if they were playing a revenge game to try and get on top of Pirates. I missed the first part of the game, the first 20 minutes. But from what I saw, they were going super hard trying to take that advantage. But then second half, they were tired. They were done with it. And by that time, it's 2-0. The damage has already been done. Similar to the game that they played over the weekend. So on the same token, guys, have a plan. Let me go to Dr. Modise. How are you, Dr. Modise?
Ke teng o kae raitso?
Ai ke right man ke right phela nna stress saka se dlalile maobane nna ke right no plele Dr. Modise we bone jwang game.
Look, ke a utlwa some people says you know, let's give Rulani his flowers.
Okay.
I don't think these teams they come ka taba ya gore we want to play a low block. Sundowns forces you to play a low block. You get me? As khanye gore we want to defend 90 minutes, but the way Sundowns comes at you, you end up playing ka low block. Let's you know when I look at Sundowns today or tonight, let's give them the league even next year. I don't think there is any team can compete le Sundowns. I hear but Orlando Pirates Tito. Look, my brother, Pirates are cowards. 2 seasons in a row, when Sundowns win the league, then they start to fight because of Motona Sansibalo now is already done. You know, the next year they're going to fight the last 10 games. League. Just give us the league next year. Pirates the MTN what. We want Champions League. We want to compete in a Club World Cup. We want the PSL League, and then give Paris MTN is fine. Is it? But compete le Stellenbosch.
But then can I ask you? taba yona e ya hore teams come into these games and they play low block. I think for me, I don't mind it. I don't mind the low block. But my issue is that a lot of the teams, if they came into this game just to, honor the fixture, limit damage, and then go forward. Very few teams come into a game versus Sundowns and say, it's fine, Rababana, they're playing like this, but I have a plan. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to play pound for pound, doesn't mean, but I have a plan to go win this game. Similar to what happens when you guys play Ko Africa. What is missing from the league? Because like you say, next year, because none of the teams out here to maybe Pirates at times will come out and play. Maybe Stellenbosch might, but otherwise it's 14 teams who look at Sundowns and say, even if I lose, it's fine.
I think you know what's the huge difference between Sundowns and other teams.
Yeah.
Sundowns is the only teams schemes. And then you go to other teams, many teams in the PSL, they still plays with the formation.
Okay.
They still plays with 4-3-3 or 3-4-3. At Sundowns, when you analyze Sundowns, I say 3-4-3. You don't know who Mudiba or Gala in the middle or Gala go left back now. So I think, to put it in short, I think the Kojara, they need to learn modern football. The time AFCON, I was impressed to see how Sundowns Itzeri, then mokwena ya Misako, this team go Brazil, Flamengo.
Yeah.
To learn. You get what I'm saying? To learn and then come back. I'm not taking other team for granted, but look at Sekhukhune, look at Stellenbosch. The method that they are coaching at present moment, they are on the same level with our referees. Someone made a good point here to say the referees are in them professional. Let them take them to the classes and what. Leave the Kujara. The Kujara, when you look at our football in general, and then you look at Sundowns, there is a huge gap. When we say give Sundowns the league next year, we are not saying I want that word here English. No. We are saying there is a huge gap. When you sit down as a neutral person and you look at these games, I was at FNB when Sundowns plays Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
I wished Sundowns and a red card, and I think Sundowns gives you in a game because of when you look at Kaizer Chiefs, look at Kaizer Chiefs the way they play, and you look at Sundowns the way they play. You'll say Sundowns go Europe, and this team comes somewhere go Africa. Different than Leona. That is why get Sundowns the league, because of these people. They don't want to learn the modern football. They don't want to give a short. Look at Ronan Williams. Okay, from SuperSport. I mean, SuperSport footballer South Africa is one of the best team. But when you look at Ronan Williams of SuperSport United and you look at Ronan Williams of Mamelodi Sundowns, huge difference. Look at Motaung of Black Leopards and Motaung of Mamelodi Sundowns, huge difference. Look at Lodge. I mean, Lodge Unaling 6 goals. That's the record of 5 years at Orlando Pirates. AI Breakanga got 3, 4 months, 5 months go Mamelodi Sundowns. You see the difference of coaching. Coaching at Sundowns is a top. But I mean, a team like Orlando Pirates in 1937. Team in 1937. They are happy they won today. I want a team winning. They are playing for number 2 or number 3. That's a shame.
Okay. So for time, I'm just gonna have to jump in there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you to the people that joined my panel, the people who commented, guys. Tomorrow's show, normal show, Monday to Thursday, 7 p.m. So tomorrow we'll be back at 7 p.m. We're going to dissect the games a little bit more, the 3 games that we saw this week from the big 3. And then, yeah, so please join me. I have videos up on my YouTube, on my TikTok. If you could please go over and support me there as well. Follow if you have not followed. We have an Overthinking Football WhatsApp group. That is where we're going to have a lot of chats. Seeing as the Champions League, we're going into the second half here. We're going to have a lot of chats about what we've seen, football, news, all of those things. It's an incredible place to be. So if you want to be part of that group and learn as I do every day, you can go there on YouTube, click on subscribe, click on join, and you'll gain access. Thank you so much to MK for the gifts. Guys, it's been fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow then at 7 p.m. Bye, guys.